Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've done a video, kind of like this, just face to face to the camera, mainly because I haven't had time to do much with school and whatnot. But summer's coming up, so I'll hopefully be able to do more videos like this. I actually do like doing videos besides, unboxings and stuff like that. I do plan on doing reaction videos to Game of Thrones, the final season. Hopefully every single episode I can make a video for. So I think it's 6 episodes. So I'll look forward to more videos like this, at least this coming month with that. But until summer starts, it's just going to be pretty much unboxings only. But actually, I found the time today to do a different kind of video. I thought I'd want to do this because, mainly because you guys are probably like not even aware. I actually, over the past, so we're in April now, 8 months, yeah. Over the past 8 months, I've actually started getting tattoos, and I ended up getting a total of 5 from August to January. So pretty much in a 5-month span, I ended up getting 5 tattoos, and my whole life I had 0. So I thought it'd be a cool video to like show you guys, all my tattoos I have so far, what they mean, why I got them, what they look like, and yeah, I thought it'd be just a good idea. And like I said, I got 5, so like I went really fast. Like I'm 23 years old, by the way. Well, I was 22 when I got, I turned 23 in January. So I was 22 and I had 0 tattoos. My whole life I thought they were cool, but I just never, it wasn't that I was like afraid of like the pain or anything like that. It was just like I don't know, I was just kind of nervous about like, oh, if I get them, how will it affect, my life and, trying to get jobs and whatnot, and what are people going to think. But, through a series of events, I kind of just eventually just said, you know what, I don't care. I'm a good person, I don't get in trouble with the law. I pay my taxes. I go to work. I go to school. This is the one thing I want for myself, okay? Like, I guess I could say, quote-unquote, bad thing I want for myself. So yeah, I just, through a series of events, like I said, I just finally came to the conclusion I'm going to start getting some, and I don't care what people think, and, but like I said, I'll get more in depth when I talk about each one. So what I'm going to do, I have 5, like I said. Obviously people end up getting more tattoos over time, so when I do get more eventually, and I'm taking a long break, by the way, because I got too many too fast. I mean, in my opinion, it's too many. Maybe to some it's not really, but I'm taking a break for now. Like I'm gonna wait a while before I get another one. So by the time I have 5 more, I'll do another video. So every 5 tattoos I get, I'll have another video. But that doesn't mean it's gonna be so frequent. It's gonna be probably like over a year from now or something like that. Maybe even longer. Who knows? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk about all 5, but I'm gonna go in the order that I got them. So this video is probably going to be really long, by the way, because I'm going to talk really in depth about them. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you each one real quick, and then, I'll say tattoo number 1, number 2, number 3, and I'll put a timestamp, maybe in text on the screen here, or maybe in the comments, whatever. It'll tell you to skip to which part of the video. So like if you see one that you want to hear me talk about, you can skip to that one if you want. Because like I said, this is going to be a long video, especially the first tattoo, because I got to explain like how I finally, came to start doing them. So yeah, real quick, I'm going to show each one in the order that I got, and then yeah, if you want to see that one, just skip ahead. It'll probably say on the screen, or maybe in the comments, whatever. The description box, I'll figure it out. But yeah, so real quick, I'm going to show you each one. So yeah, you're like, whoa, you got oh my god, look. Yeah, I know. Okay, so the first one I got is this one right here. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably gonna wonder why I got the word half put on me in big text. Yeah, that's the first one I got, believe it or not. So that's tattoo number 1. If you want to skip ahead, go ahead. And then tattoo number 2 was, oh, it's like I forgot, is this one. A lot of you guys probably know what this is right here. That's the second one, okay. Excuse the armpit hair. And then my third one I got, it was this one right here on my wrist. Roman numerals right there. And no, that doesn't say Man Crush Monday. I know you guys are probably gonna joke about that. All right, so that's my third one right there. And then my fourth one is this. A lot of you know what that is probably. You can already, I'm sure some of you already may know why I have this. So that's my fourth one. And then my fifth one was by far the most painful, was this right here. I assume less people are going to know what this is. That's my fifth one right there. Hopefully you get a good view of it. It's kind of hard to show. But yeah, it is a perfect rectangle. Believe it or not. Yeah, that's the fifth one. So if you want to skip ahead to each one, go ahead, like I said. Okay, so my first one is this one, like I said. Big text, and it says half. Now, why on earth would I get a tattoo like that on me? So here we go. Long explanation for this one. All right, so when was this? This was January of 2018. I got a really bad sinus infection. And if you don't know what that is, your sinuses are pretty much how you use to breathe and whatnot. They run all through your face and, you know. So I actually have a problem. Wait, which nostril is it? Oh, I can only breathe through one nostril at a time. Right now I'm breathing through my left nostril. This condition is called a deviated septum. Now, this happens to a lot of people, actually. My whole life, I thought I was, like, weird or something. I am weird, but, you know, I thought I had a weird breathing problem. So, it's this thing called a deviated septum, where you're born and your nose is, like, messed up. So, like, the way I was born, my nose, the inside part, the septum, which is in here, was deviated, which means it's not, you know, it's not perfectly straight. So, what happens is I breathe one nostril at a time. It switches. It's weird. Like I said, right now I'm breathing out of my left nostril, and then I guess it's a couple every hours. I don't keep track of it or anything like that. But like I'll notice sometimes my nostrils are switching, you know, the dominant nostril. So right now I can't breathe out of my other nostril. So it's this weird thing. Like it's totally, trust me, I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, whoa, I have that too. Yeah, it's a totally like normal thing. A lot of people get it. The only way to fix it is through surgery, and you know what? I'd love to do it one day, but I don't know. It's probably going to cost a lot of money, but anyways, so I'm prone to getting sinus infections, which is what happens, you know, when it's hard to breathe, if it, like, the weather's changing outside, because I live in South Florida, so the weather is, like, up and down, you know. So it doesn't happen all the time, but, like, it could easily happen to me, is what I'm saying. I've only had it happen to me a couple of times in my life, but in January of 2018, last year, thankfully a couple days after my birthday, because, you know, I would have hated to have been sick on my birthday, because I'm born in January, by the way. I got a really bad sinus infection because we were still going through the winter and whatnot, and it was just really, like, it was horrible. Like, I couldn't go to the gym or anything for, like, and I go to the gym a lot, I'm not trying to brag. I couldn't go to the gym for, like, a good, I think it was, like, 12 days or something, because I was so sick. I mean, I managed to go to work still, but that's just me. I'm just, you know, I'm a hard worker. I always want to get to work no matter what. But it was just really bad. Like, when I was, like, literally, I would just go to work and come home, and, like, that was it. Like, I couldn't do anything. Excuse me. So, I ended up, wanting to, like, find something, like, fun to, like, pass the time. You know, like, I was on YouTube a lot, watching videos. I was watching movies all the time, as I normally do. But, on YouTube, I came across, an artist, this band. And it's my favorite band now because they in a way got me through the sinus infection I had. It's a band called Paris. They spell their name P-V-R-I-S. So instead of an A, they use a V. It's in all capital letters. You may have heard of them. I don't know. They're not like super huge or anything. They have 2 albums, by the way. Right here, I recommend both of these. White Noise, and then All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell, which came out couple months before my sinus infection. I think this came out August 2017, so like 5 months before I got sick. So this was relatively new at the time. But anyways, I actually had heard of this band a couple years ago. I only knew one song by them, and it was a song called Fire off of their first album. And for some reason, I never like looked into their other music for some reason. So when this came out, they had a song called What's Wrong. It's the 4th track on here, and it was on the radio, and I was like, oh, that's a good song. And the radio people were like, oh, it's a band called Paris or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, that band Paris I heard of a couple years ago. They have a new song or whatever, and it's a really catchy song. It's probably like their hit song that's on this album, like their most, noteworthy song from this album. So what I did, I don't know, I guess it came across my recommended or something, but I was on YouTube and I watched the video for What's Wrong, and I was like, oh, this band is really cool, because I hadn't seen any of their videos or anything. I just knew the one song from their first album. So, I was sick, so I was just lying in bed. I was awake. This was like probably past midnight. Like, you're like nocturnal when you're really sick, right? So like I'm up all night just watching stuff. Everyone else is asleep. So like literally that whole night, I can't remember what day it was in specific, but it was some day in January. I was up all night just watching all their videos. Just like watching, not even just their music videos, like videos other people upload, like their live videos, behind the scenes interviews, and I literally fell in love with this band, okay? I don't know what it is. They're just so awesome. They don't have that much music. They only have 2 albums, like I said. But literally, I was so sick, and I was just up all night just watching all their stuff, and for some reason, it just made me feel good. They in a way got me through my sickness, and it wasn't too much long after that I was, perfectly 100% okay again. In a nutshell, I was like, man, I listen to a lot of music, and this band is like none I'd ever heard of. Like, somebody might listen to it and be like one of you guys might listen to it and be like, well, what's so special about them? I listen to a lot of music. I've never seen a band that, like, I vibe with as much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, their whole aesthetic, their whole look, their whole feel, like, everything about them is, like, so cool. If you guys, okay, let me just get this out the way. Fans of the band can already see these pictures back here. I'm kind of in love with the lead singer, and she's gay, by the way, so, that's perfectly fine, by the way. Get your jokes out the way. I think she's like the coolest person ever. Like, she's awesome. Her name's Lynn Gunn. I'm gonna stop. My sister makes fun of me all the time for it, because she knows she's gay, and it's, anyways, I'm not like, I'm attracted to her, but like, I don't like, oh my God, I'm not like in love with her really. Not in the real sense. I'm just a big fan of hers, okay? Anyways, the whole band is really cool, especially Lynn. And, I don't know, their whole aesthetic, everything about them, all their videos are in black and white, which is really cool to me. Well, not all of them. Most of them are. And I don't know, their whole sound, and it's not like they're like alternative rock, I guess you could say. It's kind of hard to just like place their genre. It's sort of like alternative rock. So I kind of over literally the whole year of 2018, I was just obsessed with Paris. Like, I'm still obsessed with them, but like especially in 2018, I was so obsessed with them. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to see them live yet. Mainly because they were touring, I think, out of the country at the time. They were doing the U.S. too, but like they did not go to Florida. They actually did come to South Florida the month before, December 2017. They actually did a show at I think it was Fort Lauderdale Beach. I could have saw them. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed out on them by a month. Like, really? Because I know if I had discovered them before that concert, I would have been so obsessed. I would have definitely gone to that show and made it in time. Man, that was, but don't worry, I'll see them eventually. So I missed out on that by a month. And, I've been obsessed. Like I said, all of 2018, I was pretty much obsessed. And, I don't know what it was. I had an itch to, like, I don't know what started it, but, like, I wanted to get a tattoo based off something from them. I wanted something from them to be my first tattoo, because they kind of changed my life. I don't want to like make it so heavy, but they kind of they really did. Like, I just found something that I really attached myself to. So by the time of August, which is when I got my first one, I was like thinking of all these ideas of like, oh, what could I do? I was looking up pictures online, like people's Paris tattoos, and I didn't want to get their name on me because I thought that'd be too simple. They don't really have any specific like designs or anything like that that I could put on me. Like some people get the mirror from the first album. Now I figured if I got that, it'd be very difficult because a lot of that fuzz and whatnot probably it costs a lot of money, and I'm sure it would have hurt for my first tattoo. Plus, I mean, not to be sexist or anything, I mean that is a woman's mirror. I mean, I don't know, maybe one day I'll get it on me, but like I was thinking at the time, do I want to get a woman's mirror tattooed on me? I don't know. Nothing against, doing that. That's totally fine. But I actually may do this one day. I'm not thinking about it, but yeah, I wasn't sure if I should do that for my first tattoo. So I was like, maybe I can get lyrics or something put on me, and I was like trying to like come up with all these different things, and I was like, you know what, I could do something like abstract in a way, because I'm artsy, anyone who's artsy knows what abstract means. So I was like, okay, let me pick a song by them that like I really attach myself to, and like I could take something from the song and put it on me. So like literally through all their songs, the one that really like I relate to the most. It's not my favorite song by them per se. I honestly can't pick a favorite. It's kind of hard. It's the second track on their new album. It's a song called Half, right there. So this song is like, literally this song, I could have wrote this song. That's how much like I relate to it. Literally every single thing said in the song, I'm like, that is me. Basically, for those of you who don't, well, I don't think I've ever like mentioned this on camera. I am I'm pretty much a huge loner. I'm a huge introvert, and I'm sure a lot of people know what introvert means. It's the opposite of extrovert. An introvert is a person who like, thinks a lot to themselves, talks a lot to themselves in their head, and kind of stays away from people. Well, that's kind of what a loner is, but I'm both. I'm a loner and I'm an introvert. But also, I do like to hang out with people and go out and stuff. But no, most of the time I like staying at home, I'm making introverts sound bad. No, it's actually a good thing. Like you keep a lot to yourself. You think a lot, inside. You don't express yourself as much as others would. So yeah, I'm sure a lot of people who watch me probably are the same. But yeah, I'm just, that's what the song is all about. In a nutshell, the song basically describes how you have two halves. You have your half that kind of is out there, and then you have your half that's inside, that, you don't reveal to others, really. You just keep to yourself. You keep a lot of thoughts to yourself. And that's very much me. I mean, if I'm like out somewhere with, I kind of suppress the true me, you know what I mean? Even on YouTube, I don't really put out all my ideals and whatnot for everyone to hear. So in a way, yeah, this song was like, I just can't. What you should do is like go on like Genius or whatever, or like one of those lyrics websites, and like look up the meaning of the song, and you'll get what I'm saying. But in a nutshell, I heard that song and I was just like, oh my god, like that is so me. Like this album in particular, like this whole album is very much like me in a way. The whole vibe of this album in particular. The first album's great. It's classic, even though it's not that old. But this one, man, I just really related to. So yeah, I was like, okay, the song Half is like me, like it really is. So I was like trying to think, like, what could I do from that song? And even though like I could have wrote the song, there wasn't any like lyrics. There weren't any lyrics in the song that I would per se put on me. So I don't know how I thought of this, but I'm a big WWE fan. Another tangent, by the way. This is so incoherent. I'm a huge WWE fan, right? So I was like, you know what? I could take inspiration from like other people's tattoos, maybe. And I started thinking of a certain WWE wrestler, Kevin Owens. And if you guys are fans, you know who Kevin Owens is. He's got a nice collection of tattoos. He actually had a bunch of them put on him recently. But he has this tattoo on him, which I'll put a picture right here. Okay, so he has that tattoo on him. It says "Live," and it's on his forearm right here, like literally the same forearm as me. And because you want the word to start here and you want to read it left to right. I think it's kind of weird if I would have put it here, like, it starts here, and I don't know. Just to me, if it's better to have the word start and this way. So he has the word live put on him, but he has the E backwards, because if you put it in a mirror, it'll say evil. That's because, he's a bad guy, and, in wrestling, he's a huge heel. If you know what heel means, it's pretty much the bad guy. So I think the way he described it, he essentially lives his life as a bad guy. So he got that tattoo put on him. And I just thought it was a really cool tattoo. I was like, wow, that is one of the coolest tattoos I've ever seen on a wrestler. So I kind of took inspiration from that one, and I got it in the same font, approximately the same size too, I guess. I think mine might be a little, my forearms are smaller than his because he's a big guy. So I put it in the same font. It's a font called Abaddon. You've probably seen it. Godsmack, Bullet for My Valentine. They both use it for their logos, or their text, their name, or whatever. It's a font called Abaddon, like I said. It's a really cool font. You've seen it on tons of stuff, probably. So I went on like a font website. I was like, oh, what if I just get the word, a 4-letter word like him put on me, and it's the song Half. And I put it on the website, like I typed it in to see what it would look like, and it looked like this, and I thought it looked really cool. So I went ahead, and I was like, all right, my first tattoo, it's going to be super abstract. It's going to take inspiration from Kevin Owens' tattoo, but it's also going to be, not that Kevin Owens is like my favorite wrestler or anything like that. He's great, but like I don't love him. His tattoo is really cool, so that's why I was like, okay, I'll take inspiration from that and see what it looks like. And you know what? My first one, I want it to be like, I don't care. It's going to be out in the open. You know what? Yeah. And my stance on that, by the way, is, in this day and age, apparently jobs aren't so strict on you having tattoos anymore. Obviously, if you get like a neck tattoo or like a face tattoo, that's going to be a problem. But, you can always just wear a long sleeve. It's, at whatever job, it depends. So I wasn't worried about that, to be honest. The way I see it, if you're like judging me on my appearance rather than how well I can do a job, then I shouldn't work for you in the first place. I know that's kind of my pride speaking, but anyways, so yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to do that. And you know what? Before I got it, I was like thinking, people are probably going to be like, what is that? Like, what does that mean? Like, they're probably going to be confused by it. And you know what? I didn't think it would be such a huge confusion, but now that I've had it for 8 months, I don't regret getting it. I just kind of wish I did something a little different, because anytime I show somebody it or I tell them what it means, it's kind of hard to explain. Like, obviously I've gone on for 20 minutes already about like what it sort of means, but like it's so hard to explain like really quick, like, oh, what does this mean? You got a huge half tattooed on your arm, and I'm just like, oh, it's the name of a song by my favorite band, and it's abstract. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of strange. I don't even know if you guys fully understand it after saying all that. So sort of in a way, I kind of wish I did something different with it. I don't hate it or anything like that. It's just, it's the one that I have. Like, every single other one I have, I'm perfectly fine with. But this one, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to, like, change it or something, or add to it, you know what I mean? So I want to ask you guys something. This is what it looks like again. It's on my forearm right here. That's all it is. It's just a word, 4 letters right there. Should I do something to it? Should I add to it? Should I, like, I don't know. What should I do? I don't want to remove it. Maybe I might remove it one day if I think of, like, something, a better alternative. But I don't want to remove it per se. I don't necessarily, like, want to, it's my first one, and I do like it a lot. And it came out great, by the way. The artist did a great job. Like, I don't know if you can tell. Let me get a little closer here. Like, the way it's like, it's sharp, you know what I mean? Especially when it was first done, the letters were like super sharp. That's the word I like to use to describe it, as sharp. But yeah, it came out so nice when I first got it. And I don't know, I just I kind of want to do something to it. I mean, I could just leave it like this, but like something, I get this thought a lot, like maybe I should have not gone so so abstract. Like, it's really abstract. So I don't know. Let me know. Like, that's my biggest takeaway from this video, is what you guys think I should do to that. If you have any suggestions, let me know. I'm curious what you guys think about it. So yeah, please give me some ideas in the comments. But yeah, that was my first one. It was in August. I finally pulled the trigger on that. So do I have anything else to say about it? Oh, I might as well mention this too. Yes, I do live with my parents still, by the way. I am 23, but I am going to college and whatnot. So it's okay, and I go to work and whatnot. Eventually I'll be out of here, sooner rather than later. But I did have to deal with telling them about it. Now, here's the thing. I didn't tell anybody about this, right? The only person I told was my sister, just because we talk a lot, and obviously we see each other all the time. So me and my sister were kind of in cahoots about this, like, oh, I'm gonna get a tattoo, and she was like, when are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? Like, I just kept kind of postponing it. But I did not tell a single person about this. That's another thing I wanted to do, was like, just really, like, not only am I getting a huge tattoo on my forearm of all places, but like, I wanted to just do, just pull the trigger, I've never done anything like that in my life. And I did it, and oh boy, they don't hate it per se. They were just really surprised. They were just like, wow, you really did that? My mom's reaction was so funny. She was like, that's not real. that's not real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I just remember, oh man, my dad was like, why'd you do that? But they don't hate it or anything, so it's fine. I have more now. But every time I get a new one, I have to tell my mom ahead of time, just so she doesn't freak out, I am an adult, I can do what I want. But, like, out of respect for them, I tell them ahead of time, especially my mom. I gotta tell her, like, okay, I'm doing another one. And I assured her I'm taking a long break after my most recent one. Because, like I said, I got 5 in such a short period of time. But, yeah, that's about it for the first one, I think. Can't think of anything else to add. But like I said, let me know if you guys have any suggestions for that, please. Yeah, I'm fine with it, but, like, there's something, egging me to, like, do something to it. Just because it's really hard to explain to people, But yeah. Anyways, so my second tattoo I got a month later, well, almost 2 months in a way, because my first one was the beginning of August, and my second one was the end of September, the last day of September, and that was the death bats here. And most of you guys probably know this is the logo for a band called Avenged Sevenfold. Awesome band, definitely in my top 5 of all time. Now, the thing with Avenged Sevenfold, me and my 2 best friends, Rob and Patrick, we're huge fans of that band. My friend Rob actually introduced me to that band. I think it was 2010, 11, around that time. And I was instantly hooked. Like, oh my god, they're such a good band. Yeah, my first 2 tattoos, by the way, music related. Being such a huge movie fan, that's kind of a shocker. I actually don't have any movie tattoos on me. I do have a TV show tattoo, but nothing movie yet. Anyways, yeah, so we're just really into Avenged Sevenfold. Like, as a group, as a trio, us 3 friends, that's our favorite thing, pretty much, is Avenged Sevenfold. Like, we all know all their stuff, all their music. We follow everything that happens with them and whatnot. And, for years, we were always... And by the way, I've known Rob since 2nd grade. I've known Patrick since 3rd grade, I think it was, when I met him at the Boys and Girls Club. Was 3rd grade, I think, I started going there. So, yeah, 2nd grade and 3rd grade, I don't know how many years that is. I think it's over 15 years, right? Yeah. So, I've known them, like, most of my whole life. And, yeah, we're all best friends. And, we always talked about, like, well, me and Rob, kind of, because I don't think Patrick was interested in getting tattoos, really. We always were like, man, maybe we should get, like, Avenged Sevenfold, something tattooed on us, like a matching thing. And, after I got this first one, which was in August, like I said, and I didn't tell anybody about it, all of a sudden, they were like, Rob was like, oh, we should do that Avenged Sevenfold thing now that you're tattooed, right? and they didn't have any tattoos before me. In a way, I'm sure they're watching this because I'm probably going to send this video to them. I think I influenced them because both of them have 2 tattoos each now. And, you know, it's funny. Literally, right after I got my first one. So I kind of influenced them. Yeah, because we're all the same age. Well, Patrick's about a year older than us. Actually, not a year. Maybe like 6 months. But yeah, I was the first one to do it. I'm the youngest out of the bunch, by the way. And yeah, they ended up getting some. So here's what happened. So I got my first one, and Patrick, by the way, he moved to California to go to college to earn his master's degree, by the way, which he did. So I'm happy for him. So Patrick was in California, so it was just me and Rob still here. And Rob was like, hey, me and you, we should do the matching. My birthday's coming up, you know. I think it was my idea, actually, to do it on his birthday. Just because I didn't want to get a second one so fast. My parents would have, like, super freaked out. Even though I'm an adult, like I said, they shouldn't, you know. Anyways, so what happened? So, yeah, the first thing, yeah, I think that was the first thing he said was, like, oh, we should do that Avenged Sevenfold thing now, like getting matching tattoo. You know, that's a cool thing, by the way. If you can have something with a friend or family member that you can literally get a matching tattoo for, that's, you know, it's like a bond. It's like a really cool thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm game for it now because I got a huge thing on my forearm. You know, I can't really change that. So we'll do the matching tattoo thing. And I was like, you know, maybe we should do it on your birthday because that'll give me a good, you know, almost 2 months of having this first one. And yeah. So his birthday is on September 30th. So that's when we did it. And yeah, we decided just to get the regular death bat here. And yeah, it turned out really nice. We got it by the same artist at this tattoo place. I'm actually going to put a video real quick. I have a video clip of him getting his, and I'll put it right here.
Oh, it feels like back in like high school, we used to like draw on each other's and shit.
Not that bad. Don't get all cocky and shit, dude. I'll bring some fucking fun. I'm just letting you know, because some dudes are like, oh, that's like fucking nothing. So really, okay.
Yeah.
No, but that's how the one line feels. It feels like high school when you would scratch on yourself.
Pain of high school now. High school.
Okay, so that's when he got his first, because I already had a tattoo. I was like, all right, I have one already, now you get one, and then I'll get my death bat. So he got his on his forearm. I believe it's his left forearm, kind of where I have this one, same spot. And yeah, he got the death bat on his forearm, and then I got mine here. Just because I thought it'd be, you know, I per se didn't want to get a death bat on my forearm. I mean, I'm totally, you know, it's totally fine that he wanted to do it on his forearm, but I don't know. I just kind of thought it'd be a better idea to put mine here. So I got mine on the inside of my right arm. And I hear that this spot actually hurts a lot more getting tattooed on. And when I got this, it took maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes actually. It didn't hurt too bad. I was like, okay, that wasn't too bad. Now, when I get to this one later, oh boy, was I wrong? Oh my God. So anyways, he ended up getting his and on his forearm or whatever, this one. And then I got mine here. So yeah, we did that on his birthday. So as a birthday gift to him, I paid for some of his tattoo. I thought it worked out perfectly. And yeah, so me and him had a matching tattoo. Me and my best friend Rob. And our other best friend Patrick, like I said, was in California. So what happened was he ended up coming down here. He flies down here for certain holidays or whatever to see his family and stuff. He ended up coming down here Thanksgiving, November. So when he came... he was like I said, I influenced them. He was like, oh, I'm gonna start getting tattoos too now. So he actually came here and he ended up getting 2 tattoos in a period of like I think 2 or 3 days. Like, yeah, I'm not even kidding. So what we did was we got he got his tattoo, his death bat. He actually got tattooed behind, because here's his thing. He doesn't want visible tattoos. Like, he got one on his chest, and then he got one, the death bat, on the top of his back here. It actually looks really cool. I'll show you a picture, actually, right here. Okay, oh, also, I forgot, I have a clip of him getting his tattoo, and I'll put that right here.
You ready? Yeah. Hey, I don't know how the fuck that happened.
This is shit. Not even a biplane. All the Navy guys are in there. They talked me into it.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's gonna get it. His other tattoo is even better though. He had a big naked bull drawn on his arm. It's fucking cool.
Okay, so there's the clip of him getting his. Now, his, unfortunately, was by a different artist. We went to the same place again, but, you know, it was a different artist, unfortunately. The artist that did me and Rob's, his name is Chris. He's really good. He was kind of busy because we were doing a walk-in. You know, the place we go to, they do walk-ins. You can walk in and get a tattoo. You don't have to make an appointment on, I think it's Saturdays and Sundays only. So we went in on a Saturday so we could do a walk-in or whatever. So he ended up getting his by a different artist. It still looks really good. It's just kind of different. Like me and Rob's, our death bats look like identical. His is just a little bigger though because it's on his forearm. And then Patrick's actually is kind of different because it's like the artist kind of used shading and stuff like that. And it just looks really different than me and his. Well, not really different, but there's a noticeable difference. But it's still, all three of us got matching tattoos. And what's funny, when Patrick got his, the artist, Chris, was busy, like I said, so he couldn't do Patrick's. But all of a sudden, when Patrick was getting his, Chris was free to do somebody. That sounds weird. He was free. He was free to tattoo somebody. He was done doing what he was doing, and then I was like, "Oh, I guess you can do the one I came to get, which was this one." So yeah, I ended up getting something unrelated by Chris when Chris actually should have been doing Patrick's, but we should have made an appointment or something. But it's okay. So yeah, in a nutshell, me and my two best friends, all three of us, we have a matching tattoo. And it's really cool. We all have them in different spots, but, you know, yeah, it's just a really cool thing. And I'm very, very happy with it. Like, it looks awesome. You know, it's kind of weird when I flex. Like, yeah, I know I'm swole. But it kind of looks a little odd when I flex. Like, this wing kind of goes up a bit, and the rest doesn't. Like, see that? It looks better when it's, like, kind of like this, you know? But, like, if I flex, it looks, yeah. All right, anyways, oh, and I should mention, too, yeah, like 2 or 3 days later, Patrick went to this other place. This girl was working at a tattoo place, this girl he knew, and he wanted to get a quote on his chest from August Burns Red, a really good band. It's his favorite band, by the way. And he got some lyrics put on his chest, so that was kind of funny. So he came down for like a week or whatever it was, and he ended up getting 2 tattoos. I'm telling you, it's because of me. I influenced them. So yeah, that was pretty funny. So, all right, so that's it for the second tattoo. Now, my third one, which I kind of mentioned already, was this right here. Now, these are Roman numerals, obviously. Hopefully you can tell that. Now, this stands for the year 1996, which is the year I was born. Now, when I try explaining this to people, for some reason, they just don't get it. To me, it's like clear as day. Like, how do you not get it? Maybe they don't understand Roman numerals or something. But this whole thing is 1996, okay? Now, you'll notice the X and the I are smaller. Now, the reason I did that was because I wanted to put emphasis on them. The X I made smaller because my birthday is on the 10th of January, and X represents 10. So I decided to just make it look, you know, put emphasis on it. And then the I represents January, you know, 110. So I literally wrote on a piece of paper here for you guys, if you don't get it. So my birthday, January 10th, 1996. So in Roman numerals, it would say January 10th, 1996, just like that. But I didn't want to get, you know, a tattoo that said IX, you know, just like this. I wanted to put just 1996, mainly because it had an X in it, it had an I in it. So I was like, oh, it's kind of, those are kind of in there already. So what I'll do, I'll put emphasis on them some way. And I decided, you know what, I'll just make them smaller or something. And that's what I went with. And yeah, it was not really a tattoo I was like, you know, dying to get or anything, but I only got it because Patrick, like I said, he was here in November to get his death bat. And when he was getting his death bat, I was like, oh, I'll get something small or whatever. Because, you know, it was a walk-in day. So I wanted to get something simple, you know, pay the minimum price for something small. So I came up with this right here. And it's kind of funny the way it works out because it looks like it says Man Crush Monday right there. But no, that is the Roman numerals. The M represents 1,000. The C represents 100. X is 10. C is 100 again. V is 5. And yeah, if you guys know Roman numerals, you know how it works. But yeah, anytime I explain it to people, for some reason they just are confused. They're like, what? Wait, so that's 1996? That's the 10? That's the... No, I just wanted to put emphasis on the X and the I, just because it happens to have an X and an I in it. You know what I mean? So, again, you know, if you don't get it, I wrote it on a piece of paper here. That is why it looks like that. Okay, and that's about it for that tattoo. It's literally that quick. Yeah, just a simple one I wanted to get while Patrick was getting his death bat. That's the only reason why I got it. I was like, oh, you're here, I'm here, I might as well get one. And yeah, that was my third one. So now, my fourth tattoo, I decided to take a month off because I went August, September, November. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna stop getting some for a while. But then my birthday, like I said already, was January 10th. So I was like, all right, I'll get one on my birthday. Oh boy. So here is what happened. This is an interesting situation. The place we go to, which was the place I got my death bat and my wrist one, they only do walk-ins, like I said, on Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't go on a Saturday or Sunday, you have to make an appointment, right? And my birthday happened to be on, what was it, a Wednesday? I don't even remember. All I remember is my birthday was not on a Saturday or Sunday. It wasn't a walk-in day. So I was like, all right, when we go there, I'm going to have to make an appointment for what I want to get. And what I wanted to get was, I can't remember if it was, what was I trying to get? It was this one, which was my fourth one, which I should show real quick because I'm talking about it. And I'll explain what this is in a second. I just need to explain the situation first. So what happened was, so I went to the place to make an appointment, and the artist who did my death bat and my wrist one, Chris, he was booked for the whole week of my birthday. So I think his next the week after was totally free. And I ended up settling. I was like, you know what? I still want to get it or whatever. It could just be a late birthday present to myself or whatever, you know. So I decided to make an appointment with him for the next week, and it was January 18th, I think it was. It was a Friday. So I was like, all right, I'll just get my birthday tattoo on that day. And so what happened was I made the appointment for that. I had to put a $60 deposit, you know, because that guarantees that you'll be there or whatever. So I made the appointment, put the deposit and everything. And then lo and behold, a couple days later, my friend Rob was like, hey, I found this Groupon online for this other tattoo place where you can get a $100 tattoo for $50. And it expires on your birthday. It's the last day to do it. And I was like, dude, are you... I wasn't planning to do this, but now I ended up having to get 2 tattoos in the span of 8 days, which is what happened. I could have easily just been like, oh no, forget it. I'll just get the one on the 18th and that's it. So I was like, I don't know. I was just kind of feeling like, all right, it's my birthday, whatever, I'll do it. So we went to this other place, and it was a cool place on the beach or whatever. And yeah, I got this one for $50. And, you know, I'm sure it would have cost more. I'm not sure how much it would have been. But the Groupon was like, hey, $100 worth of a tattoo for $50. And we used it. So I ended up getting the Heisenberg face from Breaking Bad. And it's my favorite show of all time. And that's why I got it. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. This is what I was intending to get, I think, on my appointment. So I was just like, oh, no, my appointment, I actually wanted to get this. This was a last-second thing. Yeah, no, I was actually planning to get this on my appointment. So when he told me that I was going to get another one, on my birthday with a Groupon. I was like, oh, what should I get? And it has to be something small, obviously. So I decided to get the Heisenberg face. So that's what happened. Sorry, I kind of screwed that up. So on January 10th, on my birthday, I got the Heisenberg face. I thought this would be a good spot to get it. Kind of like on my tricep or whatever. Yeah, just, Breaking Bad, best show that will ever be made, in my opinion. Like, this is just my opinion. I'm a huge fan of movies and, TV show and movies. It's the same stuff. It's filmmaking, whatever. I'm a huge fan of filmmaking, and Breaking Bad's like, it means so much to me. Like, I can't even explain how much that show means to me and how well crafted it is. And man, I watched that show from virtually the beginning all the way to the end. I'm still watching Better Call Saul. Great follow-up, by the way. You should check it out. Yeah, it's always going to be my favorite show. Nothing is going to beat it, I don't think. The only thing that's coming close is Game of Thrones. And that final season is going to be nuts. But yeah, Breaking Bad, it's a masterpiece. Yeah, I just had to. This was a no-brainer for me. So I got the Heisenberg face on me, and it came out looked pretty much perfect. I mean, that's pretty much what it looks like. And oh, you're going to notice too, all my tattoos are black ink only. I'm doing that on purpose, kind of like as an aesthetic thing. I don't know, I think it's cooler if they're all kind of, I don't know, just like a black and white kind of thing, There's no white, but, black. Yeah, I think from now on, I think all of my tattoos are going to be black ink only, just because they all fit together, and that in that way they'll all fit together. I just think it's a cool thing to do. I don't know. That's just me. Other people can. I'm not afraid of getting colored tattooed on me. I heard it hurts more, but I don't really. I'm not afraid of the pain or anything like that. But yeah, just like aesthetic wise, I don't know. For me, I think with my personality and stuff, I just think it's cooler just to have, sort of a noir, I guess you could call it, just a black ink only thing. So all my tattoos are black ink only. So yeah, I think that's about it for this one. Not much else to say about it. But when I was there, Rob was also getting a $50 tattoo with a Groupon. And he got the Chris Kyle Punisher on his other forearm. So he has the Death Bat on this forearm, and then he has the Chris Kyle, Punisher skull or whatever. American Sniper Chris Kyle. I think I have a video of it, and I'll put it right here. So yeah, that's a clip of him getting that one. So Rob and Patrick both have 2 tattoos each because of me. I started it. But anyways, yeah, so that's it for the 4th one. And now the 5th one. So this one, oh boy, this one hurts. I must say it hurt. So here's another shot of it right here. There we go. Look at that. So some of you may know what this is just by looking at it. It is a tarot card. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know like anything about tarot cards. But they're interesting, in my opinion. So the whole genesis of this tattoo started with, I want to get a tattoo that's sort of like a framed image. And I was like, what could I do that's sort of like a framed image? Now, this tattoo was also inspired by somebody, Lynn Gunn, who I've already mentioned, the singer of Paris. She has a tattoo on her, I think it's actually this arm. She has one like this. It's like a rectangle, and it's on her inner arm here. Really cool tattoo, by the way. So I was inspired by that one. I was like, oh, that's a cool idea. It's kind of like a framed image on the inside of your arm. So I want to do something like that. And I was like, what could I do? I was like looking at like comic book panels. I was looking at like, I don't even know, just different things on like Pinterest, you know what I mean? And I came across different tarot cards. Now, tarot cards are used to like predict your future and stuff like that. I'm not into, like I said, I don't really even know. But I came across this one, and this one is 3 of Pentacles. That's the card name. There's a 3 right here, actually. Now, I'll put a picture of it, actually, right here. Alright, so that's the card. So it's a card called 3 of Pentacles. And it has to do with creativity, I think, is the main idea behind it. And obviously me making YouTube videos, and being into art and movies and stuff, I consider myself to be a creative person. So I thought, that's a no-brainer. I think I'll get this one put on me. And that was literally, that's what I came up with. And most of you are probably like, wow, why would you, you don't know anything about tarot cards. Why would you put a giant one right on your arm? You know what? I kind of look at it this way. If you look at something and, like, you're attracted to it and you can relate to it and, you know what, and it looks awesome, then go for it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just thought it'd be a no-brainer to put this on me as the framed image in a way. It's a piece of art, that somebody made, and it looks really cool too. Like I said, let me try to show it vertically here. It's kind of difficult. There we go. Yeah, and that's a bruise I got, by the way. The red right there. It's all black ink. Yeah, so that's the card right there in black and white. And you know what? The guy, Chris, that did it, he did a very good job in, like, recreating it, because it's a very difficult thing. And this one, it took, I think, oh man, how many hours did it take? I think it took 4 hours. Oh boy, geez, we had to take, like, a couple breaks. My other tattoos, they they hurt, obviously, but, like, not that much, like, really. Honestly, they weren't, not even a big deal, the pain level. I was surprised, especially when I got my first one. I was like, wow, the pain is not that bad. But Jesus Christ, this one was, oh my God. The one, Lynn, that she has on her inside arm, I don't know how she did it. I'll put a picture of it, actually, right here. Yeah, you see that? That's what she has. And I don't know how she dealt with that pain. That's crazy. Well, those, like, individual hairs and whatnot. So this one was, like, so excruciatingly painful. Like, Jesus Christ. Man. And it was the most expensive one, obviously. It's my biggest one and most detailed, so yeah. But man, I love how it came out, though. Like, he did a fantastic job with it. So yeah, that's it right there. That's the tarot card, 3 of Pentacles. But yeah, when I was looking for ideas, I was looking through all these different tarot cards, and I was like, oh, let me get one that relates to January, the Capricorn, because I'm a Capricorn. And actually, the one that relates to me is the Devil tarot card, and it actually has nudity on it. So I was like, oh, that's funny. The one tarot card that is actually for me is the Devil. I don't know what that says about Capricorns, but yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But I was like, no, I'm not gonna get that on me. That's a little too that's a little too out there. You know what I mean? So I decided to get this one instead. Honestly, I probably would have did it if it wasn't so, like, graphic, I guess. I don't know. Actually, I'll put a picture of it right here. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Nah. I took a rain check on that one. So yeah, that's it. Those are all 5 of my tattoos. And I've got ideas for other ones, 51 minutes. Wow. If you watch this whole thing, thank you. Well, 51 minutes on this clock. I don't know. I haven't put in the other photos or clips yet. Yeah. So what do you guys think? What do you think of all of them? Like I said, I'm very happy with all of them, but the one, I want to get suggestions for what I should do to this one, if you have any. And, yeah, I have ideas for other ones. I do want to get something like maybe the Capricorn logo put on me somewhere, just because. I want to get characters put on me. Like, I was thinking, like the Animaniacs, Courage the Cowardly Dog, my favorite cartoons. I want to get them put on me eventually. Movie ideas, like I was going to get the origami from Blade Runner, my favorite movie. The unicorn, the origami one. But yeah, I don't know what my next one is going to be. Like I said, I'm taking a huge break. Because getting 2 in January, 8 days apart, was like, all right, that's it. I'm done for a while. Yeah, so, I don't know. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting more. I'm not sure when the next video will be for that, but it'll be a while. So, thanks for watching, guys, and just let me know what you think. Yeah, anyways, that's it. So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.